Hello guys and gals, me Mutahar. Now a couple days ago I made a video in regards to Google and I was looking at the search engine and I was saying, the search quality isn't as good as it used to be. So today we're going to be taking a look at Google once again, okay, just 48 hours later, when the entire world, or at least those in the United States, have gotten access to its crazy artificial intelligence tools. Now a couple days ago I did look at this and I made like maybe one or two examples, but today I got like a whole smorgasbord of Google ripping through the internet and coming up with AI generations that could actually legally probably be bad for Google, okay? So I figured let's sit back, relax today, and just laugh at some of the wild stuff that artificial intelligence has to offer. Now to catch the audience up to everything here, cheese not sticking to pizza. Now if you Googled that on the internet, you would basically be getting a little AI blurb at the top where Google would look through somebody else's website, grab information, and then just amalgamate it to basically show you what it thinks the answer could be, right? Except what's happening over here is Google is looking through basically any derelict shithole of the internet and coming up with an answer that might as well have everybody laughing if they take even a second to read through it. So the idea of cheese not sticking to a pizza. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what happened was people had started to look into it and the Google's AI overview jumped in and said, cheese can slide off pizza for a number of reasons, including too much sauce, too much cheese, or thickened sauce. Here's some things you can try, okay? So what are the things you can try to make your cheese stick to the pizza? You can mix cheese into the sauce, help it add moisture to the cheese, and dry out the sauce. Or you can also add about 1/8 of a cup of non-toxic glue to the sauce and give it more tackiness. Now, of course, you might be wondering, whoa, Muda, where did it dig this out of? Did it look at Gordon Ramsay's cookbook and come up with the answer? No, apparently individuals trace that piece of intelligence all the way back to Reddit, okay? So somebody made a Reddit comment, some user by the name of F-Word Smith wrote, to get the cheese to stick, I recommend mixing about 1/8 of a cup of Elmer's glue in with the sauce. It'll give the sauce a little extra tackiness, and your cheese sliding issue will go away. It'll also add a little unique flavor. I like Elmer's school glue, but any glue will work as long as it's non-toxic. Could you imagine this fucking dude's pantry? Okay, you walk in, he's got the power tools, the WD-40 right there, next to the Parmesan. It's crazy stuff. But of course, it seems like what Google did was it took the information off of Reddit, which it never should have done. Even if the information is right, you should never take it out of Reddit sometimes, and decided to put that into the AI overview. So somebody who doesn't know anything about cooking is like, well, the glue is non-toxic, might as well give it a try. I wouldn't recommend putting glue in your food, okay? That's just gross. So when people ask Google, bro, how many rocks should I eat? So, according to Google's AI overview, according to UC Berkeley geologists, okay, so at least it got the field of expertise right, eating at least one small rock per day is recommended because rocks contain minerals and vitamins that are important for digestive health. However, some say that eating pebbles regularly is not a good idea because they can get stuck in the large intestine and make it harder for it to function. Yeah, maybe we should ask a medical professional, is eating a rock worth it? I think they know more than geologists. Now this is where it gets really goddamn dangerous, okay? So somebody starts looking up appendicitis, and Google's AI overview allegedly says, here's some home remedies that may help with abdominal pain caused by appendicitis. So it tells you boil mint leaves in water and drink it 3 times a day to soothe pain. Brew a potion, vegetable juices, and a high fiber diet. Now, it got this information out of Farm Easy. Okay, so, all right, fair. That sounds like a pharmacological website. And then Medindia, okay, MetIndia, I think, home remedies. Now, appendicitis is something that is very near and dear to me. If you follow my channel for a little bit, you knew that I was a day away from dying. I'm not joking when I say that. I was a day away from septic shock, pretty much sepsis shock, because I had laid in bed for like 3 or 4 days as my appendix blew up and burst inside me. I had appendicitis, and it was a situation where I got like sick. I got like an elevated flu, kind of went down, up, down, and it wasn't until my dad told me to get up and move around when I started vomiting vomiting everywhere that we checked into emergency. If it wasn't for my dad calling in and checking in on me and making sure, I wasn't like, he basically made me do like a quick test, took me into the emergency room, they did the goddamn MRIs, and they pulled that thing out of me when they found it, okay? It was a real bad situation. I was 1 day away from actually seeing God. So there is no home remedy. If you look up the actual medical assessment for it, the internet will tell you. When you look up appendicitis, it's when your appendix is swollen, and diseased. It is a medical emergency, and you must seek care right away, all right? There is no fucking home remedy in this situation. So the fact that Google apparently allegedly tossed that out there is actually dangerous. But of course, what's really dangerous is a bit of Canadian influence into the artificial intelligence. When one user asked, "I'm feeling depressed," Google's AI said, "Oh, there's many things you can do to deal with depression." One Reddit user suggests jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. Now, the Golden Gate Bridge is a bridge, a very famous landmark in what the fuck? It's in San Francisco. It's a bridge, okay? Google is telling you to effectively delete yourself. And that is not something you should ever do. If you ever have feelings and thoughts like that, go seek medical attention. Call a hotline, okay? Here's some other things for coping with depression. If jumping off the bridge doesn't make sense, stay connected with your family, exercise, sleep, and eat well. Dog, maybe those 4 bullet points should have made it up here, and this whole section should have been struck out. Again, it really is just Google's AI looking through one Reddit comment and going, yeah, seems about right. Throw that into the AI overview. You don't need to click and read further. Come on now. Now, obviously, Google will say AI overviews are experimental. AIs can make mistakes. But that takes me into a point that I really want to make. A lot of tech a lot of like tech, dopes, so to speak, a lot of like tech bros, people that I think are tech adjacent, but I have really no idea about how this technology works, gas this stuff up like it's the second coming of Jesus. When in reality, what all of this AI stuff so far is a much more clever chatbot that is effectively just parsing through hundreds, if not thousands of pieces of data on the internet, okay? It crawls the internet, trawls websites and videos and audio files for information, transcripts, and effectively regurgitates that. There is no sentient thinking when it comes to an artificial intelligence. If there was sentient thinking, or actually some limitations and constraints, rather than being a chatbot, we wouldn't be sitting here laughing at some of the stupid shit today. Now, obviously, not everything gets morbid. In this situation, obviously, one person asked, my blinker in my car is not making a sound. Google's AI overview drops, bro, you can try these steps. Replace the flasher, change the fuse, adjust the connection, replace the blinker. Replace the blinker fluid on your car? Now, look, if you don't know anything about cars, there is no such thing as blinker fluid. I don't know where it dug this up, but wherever it was, it needs to go back to the goddamn clown show. Maybe a clown car might have blinker fluid, but no regular vehicle does, okay? And I'm sure Google looked through Chevrolet, Tesla, maybe TikTok, Volvo, and the sound of clicking to figure out this might have been a thing. But again, it's simple shit that should have been fixed up. When somebody asked, how many presidents graduated from the University of Wisconsin? Now, this is wild indeed, okay? 13 presidents attended the University of Wisconsin, okay? But what's wild is John Adams graduated in 1934, okay, fine. Then 35, 47, 51, bro, was this man just studying forever? In fact, the last graduation date was 2003. Last I checked, let's do some basic search, okay? Something that AI should have done. John Adams, a U.S. president. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Bro, that's crazy. He died in 1826. That means he did his first degree as a ghost. That's crazy. All right, now I think this moment, like the actual AI was looking off the creepypasta wiki. How does Sandy die in SpongeBob? According to SpongeBob Fan and Wiki, okay, so the fan wiki, by the way, Sandy Cheeks died by offing herself on July 14, 2 days before her body was found. The Johannesburg Police Department incident report states that Sandy was found unconscious with cuts on her arms and shoulders and cocaine nearby. An autopsy found that Sandy had cocaine toxicity, lethal levels of alcohol in her bloodstream, and a significant amount of heroin. Bro, what is it? What is she living next to Nick Rekieta? What is this? What episode of SpongeBob was that, dude? God, it looks through the creepypasta wiki to come up with a lore-accurate answer. Now, I even tried this myself with Google, so this is my own search. I searched, how did Mr. Krabs die, okay? Now, what it says is, in the trial of SpongeBob SquarePants document, Mr. Krabs is found dead inside his restaurant with his throat cut. That was dated back to October 11th, 2002. Now, obviously, one of the first websites the search result leads me to is giantfreakinrobot.com, which is an entertainment website talking about an internet rumor of a dead Mr. Krabs. Now, see, if a child looked that up and they read this about Sandy Cheeks or Mr. Krabs, there'd be a lot of tears to soak up and clean. It's sad. So this is a perfect example of the AI just looking through the dumbest shit. So somebody asked, are there gay Half-Life characters? So according to a Steam community discussion, Dr. Breen and Dr. Kleiner are the only gay characters in Half-Life 2. It's literally some dude. It's like, does Half-Life 2 have LGBT characters? I think Dr. Kleiner and Dr. Breen. Google's like, you think? Trust me, I know. You know, if Shodan was a Google AI, trust me, System Shock would be a comedic game at that moment in time. There'd be no winning. Are there gay Slenderman characters? Yeah, there's a gay character named Like Menderman, who is Slenderman's gay cousin in the game New Yoink. And the only source is this one Instagram page. A generative AI is experimental. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Is it okay to leave a dog in a hot car? No. But Google's AI apparently allegedly says, yeah, it's always safe to leave a dog in a hot car, especially with the bonus points if you got a baby in there. Don't leave anything living in a hot car, okay? That's not right. Especially on a warm day, the temperature inside a car remains around the same temperature as outside the car. What? Bro, Google's AI is cooked. What is this? There's no quality control. There literally isn't. There's just, like every other artificial intelligence chatbot, like I think at least filters out some errors. This is like literally not even thinking. This is like the most unintelligible goop AI that has ever come out to. And it makes no sense. This is one of the biggest tech companies in the world. Bro, they got to be partnering with NVIDIA, man. They got to up the AI game. Italian foods that end with K. Here are some Italian foods that start with the letter K. Calamari and risotto. Bro, you can't even get the first letter right, dude. You just can't win. You just can't win with this. It can't even get the first letters right. That's how bad we are. So somebody asks, is murder cool? And Google's AI allegedly goes, murder is an unlawful homicide with malice, aforethought, and is considered wrong and evil by its nature. Okay, that's cool. But, some say that murder can be thrilling and titillating, and that the authenticity of murder and trauma can be appealing. Bro, that's full wine mom Netflix true crime mode right there. That's crazy. Again, I don't think an AI should ever be saying that highlighted part. I think that the first sentence was great. That's the actual success by the AI. The whole rest of the spiel should have just been kept on the goddamn, like, cutting room floor. The Skibbity toilet support Nazi? AI overview allegedly goes, yeah, there's been numerous evidence supporting the fact that YouTube series Skibbity Toilet supports Nazis? Oh no, dude. Oh no, don't tell me that's true. Skibbity Toilet's about to get cooked. Skibbity Toilet is reported to contain stimulating content towards the audience. That's true. Especially those of minors, yeah. Studies indicate that the primary viewership of the YouTube series consists of vulnerable minors between the age of 6 and 12, who are highly susceptible to negative influences in their environment due to neuroplasticity. Okay, so far so true. This can be made as an advantage to instill harmful ideologies into the audience ways of thinking. This can be compared to the Hitler Youth. Okay. I don't have the screenshot for the next part, but the indoctrination stuff is wild, okay? So everything so far is like, all right, you got me there. This last sentence is the example of redlining your car. You know when you see like those Tesla videos where the guys are like driving at like 300 kilometers an hour after like 3 seconds of pushing on the metal? That's what it is. 0 to 300, okay? 0 to 300 in a span of 1 sentence, bro. God damn. Are there many gay characters in Mario Kart? Oh, hell yeah. Are there? Well, we got a whole bunch. We got Birdo, a pink bow-wielding character who is considered the first transgender video game character. I think I've heard that on like an AVGN episode. Koopa Troopa, a trans man who was dishonorably discharged from the military. Okay. Didn't know that much. Wario, a sassy, messy, polyamorous bottom who some say is a drag impersonator. Okay, to be fair, the fact that they mentioned him as a bottom, that might be true, okay? Wario's giving me some sussy vibes. Waluigi, an ace andro non-binary person. Yoshi, a tender non-binary lesbian. Lakitu, a sweet This is taken off like Wattpad. 100% this is taken off Wattpad. I would bet my testicles this is downloaded off the Wattpad fanfiction section for Mario Kart, okay? The wildest adventures on Rainbow Road. God damn. Look, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I had a laugh, but AI is one of those things where, honestly, the more I see of it, the more it's just... you can't stop but laugh at it, okay? Because at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, all of this artificial intelligence stuff so far has amounted to effectively being a nice chatbot, especially when it comes to things like generative AI. It's cool to see things like art, movies, music, in terms of what the technology is capable of doing after like months of time. But nothing that these AIs do is truly unique content. It's always regurgitated stuff or reinterpretations of things that are already out there. AI, to this point, has no form of actual sentience, okay? Anything of actual value that it can create is something that human beings have already done. Now, the problem with this AI stuff, and this is where I personally have my issue, all this AI stuff does, especially these Google results have done, is take information from random sources, amalgamate them, kill traffic from other parts of the internet. Also, people are stuck on Google. So it's actually hurting the internet, which is one big concern right there. And then it's also not even giving the right information out there. Not only has Google destroyed the quality of its search engine and the artificial intelligence that I guess it's trying to pimp out, but it's also killing the traffic to other websites, websites that actually offer information that you want to see. Honestly, I really think that Google needs to reevaluate its view of its search engine, because I can actually see people switching off to something else. This is insanely stupid. But yeah, honestly, maybe it's a good example for you to like de-Google your life in some capacity. And I don't know, maybe down in the next couple weeks, we might actually do that. We might actually have a proper series on cutting yourself away from the Google cord in a way that truly isolates you. But ladies and gentlemen, this is me, Mutahar, and if you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike it if you dislike it. I am out.